welcome back to Homestead Corner. I'm Jenny, and today I have got a first aid haul from the Dollar Tree. Any area of stocking up, I think it's important to be budget friendly and make sure that products work for you. Some products I buy at the Dollar Tree because they work really great for our family, and some products I don't. I buy them other places. But wherever you can save, I absolutely think you should. And you can save a lot at Dollar Tree, definitely. Even though it's gone up to $1.25, it's still a lot lower than many of the other stores with all this inflation. So today I have a budget first aid haul from the Dollar Tree. So most of this is first aid, but there are a few personal care items because I think it's important to stay clean, to stay healthy. That is another, you definitely have to look at that as well. So the first thing I got is this Electrolyte. It's like Pedialyte. They have it at the Dollar Tree. These are excellent if someone isn't feeling well. They have a good long shelf life. They are going to last for you. And if you've got a kid, even an adult, these are great for them as well. If anybody is sick and they're needing some extra electrolytes, it is great to have stuff like this on hand. For $1.25, it's a good deal. Definitely. And they had a few different flavors, but we just chose this one. The next thing I got is arthritis and muscle pain relief. If you have arthritis, you know you need some help sometimes. Definitely. Some days are better than others, but having enough extras on hand, because if you are not able to get to the store or it is not available or it's too expensive, you want to have as much as you can on hand to make sure that you have it. And right now I say you can't have too much. Everything that's coming down the road, you're going to need as much as you can. Stock up, as first aid is super important, and all of the healthcare products. So the next thing we got is triple antibacterial ointment. This is a must-have for scrapes and bruises, cuts, everything. You definitely want to have that. And then we picked up this stomach relief. It is the Dollar Tree brand, but it's just like Pepto-Bismol. It works really, really well. And if these are great for if you have a dog with an upset belly or a kitty, these you can give them just a little bit and it will help coat their stomach as well. We always keep some extra for the pets also besides us. I'm always thinking what to make sure that we have enough for them as well. And the hot cold packs, these are great, pulling muscles, things like that. When you're in an emergency situation, a lot of times you're going to be doing a lot more work than you're used to. So we are used to having all this automatic stuff and easy things. But when you're doing everything by hand, these are definitely going to be a lifesaver to help with pull, sword muscles, things like that. So you can get up and do it again tomorrow because you'll have to. All right, and the next thing I got some hand soap, just a liquid refill. This is a 32 ounce from Soft Soap. I love these. They have a lavender and a coconut for $1.25. This is a super duper good deal. We love having that in the pantry. And then they did have larger bottles of peroxide, but I really love these small bottles with the spray on top. I think it saves a ton. And we do have the big bottles. You can refill them, but one of our bottles, I don't know what happened to it. Someone must have eaten it. So I wanted to get another one into the pantry and make sure we have enough. I do love the spray because you can really focus it on what you need. There's not so much waste soaking it in towels and things like that. So I like those sprays. And it is much cheaper to buy the big bottles, but you can refill these over and over. We normally do. And I have never seen this before, and we are going to try this out. It is a 60-second digital thermometer for $1.25. I have paid lots of money for digital thermometers. Oh my goodness. We also keep regular thermometers on hand. I think they're important. If batteries die, your digital ones won't work, but the regular thermometers are going to work. They just didn't have any at our local Dollar Tree, or I would have grabbed an extra. Definitely. And then Vaseline lip therapy, just any kind of chapstick that you like, I think is great to have on hand. Chapstick is not just good for your lips. It's also, if you're out in the cold, wind, rain, stuff like that, you can put it right on your face. It helps protect your skin from getting chapped from the really cold, windy days when you're outside working. So I like to keep plenty of chapstick on hand. You can put it on your hands when they get really dry. You can use it for all sorts of things. It really has a lot of uses. So having lots of chapstick is important. The next thing is eye drops. We don't use a lot of eye drops, but sometimes your eyes do get dry. So having them is important, and definitely, and if you have chronic dry eyes anyway, you know how important it is to have those, because it can be pretty painful. And when you got to get stuff done, you got to get stuff done. Can't be waiting around because your eyes hurt. And the next is dental floss. This is another multitasker. I love having dental floss. You can do tons of stuff with it. It's great for cleaning your teeth. You can also sew backpacks, tents, things like that. It is a waterproof because it's coated. It's waterproof. It's not going to raw out in a wet situation, raincoats, stuff like that. So if you have to repair things, it works really well for stuff that can get wet. And because regular thread can raw out from going wet to dry, too much in the sun, all the wear that it gets outside. So we love having this, and it's nice, heavy duty for thread. And the next thing is a soothing oatmeal bath treatment. You know, it's nice to have a little something special for yourself, but I personally got this we have loads of poison ivy all over the place, and we try to rip it out and get rid of it, but it does come back. Goats are great. They love to eat it, but we don't have goats anymore. So the kids do get into poison ivy. This just helps soothe and calm down that irritated skin. It is definitely nice to have in your stockpile. And then let's see, just some toothpaste. You can't have too much toothpaste. Keeping your teeth clean is so important, especially in a long-term emergency. You may not be able to get to a dentist. You really want to make sure you're keeping your oral hygiene up and all your personal hygiene, so you stay as healthy as possible. If you start not taking care of stuff, you're going to have problems. And if you can't get any help, it is not a good situation. It hurts. The next thing is nasal relief spray. We have tons of allergies in our house. It's good to have lots of extra different avenues. So we have some natural stuff that we use, and we also keep a little bit of nasal sprays, things like that. So having more than one option is always good. I think you should have a backup plan for your backup plan, because it's just, things fail. It happens all the time. The next one is mucus relief. These work super good if you are all phlegmy and yucky. They work really good. Great to have that kind of stuff to get you through. And last, but certainly not least, is just some fabric Band-Aids. You can't have too many Band-Aids, especially if you have kids. My kids are a little bit older now, but they still love Band-Aids. So we constantly are going through them, and they want to cover up every scratch that they get. And I don't want to have to hide Band-Aids, but I will if I have to. You know how kids are. They get all crazy with stuff. There's plenty. We'll just keep using them. Now, But Band-Aids are definitely a must for your first aid kit, all different sizes. Ace bandage wraps, things like that. These are just a few things that I picked up for about $20 at the Dollar Tree. And I think it's important to have your first aid kit full. And because you never know when something's going to happen, and having it can be a lifesaver, even if you don't think it can. When emergencies happen, having that stuff on hand can really make a difference, opposed to waiting for half an hour, 2 hours for help. And that is it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.